just do it with Miami Dolphins. The pressure, he's in trouble. Loses the football. Touchdown! Got it! You have got to be kidding me. Jalen Waddle. It's a Dolphin touchdown. Throwing deep upfield on the near side. Ran open. Touchdown! Looking deep. He's got a man. Touchdown! The run from Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown! He's going deep. He's got it for a touchdown! Beautiful day to be a Dolphin fan. Let's go! What is good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason. And man, oh man, Chris Grier and the Miami Dolphins continue to set the standard every offseason. Last year, it was Tyreek Hill in a blockbuster trade. During the season, Bradley Chubb, blockbuster trade. Now, it has happened again. The Miami Dolphins have made a monster move. And we've talked about this move a lot on this channel, dating back to October. I'll show you why in just a second here. But, ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about this scenario in terms of free agency. Adding a Jalen Ramsey significantly changes, significantly alters what you got to do on the back end. Because now that field is split in half between Ramsey and X. But from the rumblings I'm hearing, the Miami Dolphins are far from done when it comes to adding to their defense. I'm going to have a Patreon update tonight because I'm hearing a lot of things from a lot of different people. And I'm getting word that we could be seeing one or two more names coming down the pipeline just on the defensive side in the next 24 hours. Because I'm going to give you all a hint. I'm hearing they're working on one of two linebackers we've talked about a lot here. One of them, the main target I'm hearing, is a former teammate of Jalen Ramsey. And gentlemen and ladies, for the right price, if you're a Patreon and you know exactly what I mean, I'm going to have an update tonight. For the right price, they ain't done adding to safety. Let's put it that way too. All right. So big stuff, I think, still not done. We are in a championship window. This is what championship teams do. We are in a championship window. Get a grip of yourself, Tua haters. This team believes they can win a championship here and now with Tua Tagovailoa at the helm. This is what you do when you got that quarterback on that cheap contract. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say this. Fleeced for Jalen Ramsey. We got them desperate to rebuild. And we fleeced them. I don't care what no one says. Listen, I'm going to open it up to all of you guys in a bit here. We're going to go over the Ramsey stuff, and then I'm going to open it up because I was planning on opening it up to all you guys anyways. I'm going to give you guys a chance. Keep my word. Just give me a bit to go over everything here. Over 530 of you in the room. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you are new. All right, here is the trade details for those who don't know yet. Trade is now agreed to. The Dolphins get Jalen Ramsey. The Rams, we gave up a third-round pick, the number 77 pick, and Hunter Long. I'll go even deeper on that 77 pick for all of y'all. That's the pick we got in the Devontae Parker deal, I believe. If memory serves me correct, that 77th pick is tied to the Devontae Parker deal. I'm sure someone in the chat will know what the deal is. If memory serves me correct, That, and I'm going to say this. Did this man just turn Devontae Parker and his return from Devontae Parker plus Hunter Long, who ain't going nowhere development-wise lately, for Jalen Ramsey? Think about that for a second. Let me just think. I want you to think about that for a sec. We traded. That's unbelievable. And people people want to hate on Chris Grier. My Lord. I'm sorry. I don't, man. That's a unbelievable flip. And that's a legendary flip by Chris Grier. I'm just finding the details here for you guys right here. Yeah, there you go. There you go. The 77th pick dealt to the Rams was New England's third rounder acquired for Devontae Parker. There you go, right there. Now, what's left on his deal? He's due $17 million next season. And his cap hit for a team acquiring him is $17 million, $18.5 million, $19.5 million the next 3 years. Why does that matter? Because you can restructure him. He has a very restructurable deal. Because though his cap hit is $17 million this year, that can be lowered considerably by converting base salary into signing bonus. So, you know, we could walk in tomorrow with about 24, 25 million in cap space, and then we can clear up about another 10, 15 with some moves tomorrow. So, you know, it really hasn't hampered us like people are gonna think it has. So I'm not overly worried when it all comes down to it. So listen, we got a third round pick we gave up a third round pick for Jalen Ramsey. Who is going to find anyone in this draft in the third round as talented as Jalen Ramsey? Please, someone tell me. Someone tell me, please. If we restructure, there you go. I'm just getting the number for you right now. If we restructure Jalen Ramsey, we save $10.5 million against his deal this year. I can literally sit here and restructure him and save $10 million. And I'll show you guys exactly what so you guys know I'm not jerking. I'm not jerking your chain here a little bit. Look at Jalen Ramsey, third one down. If I restructured him, I saved $10.556 million. There you go. Easy fix. Easy fix to save $10 million against the cap. Like that. Just restructure, move the money up front, boom. Barry says, reason is the time to start fitting the rings. My God, it's getting close, and free agency hasn't even... The tampering window hasn't even opened. The tampering window has not even opened. Someone asked how old Jalen Ramsey is. He's just past 28. He turned 28 in October. I mean, let's think about this. Let's really sit here and think about this. I know it's pushed down to June 1st, but how much more are they really paying for Jalen Ramsey compared to what they were paying for Byron Jones? Think about this for 1 second. Byron saved us just over $13 million. His cap hit this year for Ramsey is $17 million. We are paying I'm just going off the money we saved. Byron Jones, his contract was, he was about a $16 million hit in total. Yeah, he was about $16 million in total, right? 16.5 million. So really, you're not even paying that much of a difference between Jalen Ramsey and Byron Jones. You just moved off one saying, I'm not sitting around waiting for him. And this is why this is not a shock to anyone who watches the channel who's a Patreon or a YouTube channel member. I'm going to show you this right now. Okay, I'm going to go back. October 24th, I had an update on Patreon. It was an update on Patreon and the YouTube community tab for channel members only. This is what it said. As for the Dolphins, I know I reported that when they were 3-0, I was told they were preparing to be players at the deadline, but it seems at 4-3, the Dolphins are already dipping their toes into the market. I've been told no one is off limits, and the Dolphins are defensive back shopping, even having inquired about Jalen Ramsey's availability, which they were pretty much given a hard no about, as the Rams are looking to add to the roster, not take away. So I've known they've been sniffing around Jalen Ramsey since October. And my, oh my, how much this season can change the outlook of a team. The Rams in October were not ready to sell Ramsey. And now look at it. Now they're ready. Hey, take whoever you want, as long as he's not named Aaron Donald. So this is a guy, according to my people, that we've been interested in dating back to October. The interest has been very deep seated with him. They've identified him even before Fangio showed up as a guy they wanted on their defense. I mean, it gives us so much flexibility. Now, I do think they're going to add a safety from whatever I'm hearing. From what I'm hearing, they're going to be adding a safety below market value as a stud. And, but even if they couldn't, even if some team came in and just overpaid everyone in the safety market, adding Ramsey would allow you to run packages with Brandon Jones and Verone McKinley. Javon Holland's game is going to take another step with those two guys on opposite sides of him. Are you kidding me right now? This defense under Vic Fangio, my Lord, and we're not done. We're not done. The dude, I would not hold my breath on Tremaine Edmonds at the price I'm hearing. I wouldn't hold my breath. And Choo-Choo's right. You got Cater Kohu in the slot, Ramsey, and X on the boundaries. Trill coming back. They back need him, I think. All I'm going to say to Russell is eye emoji. So, man, it is a fantastic time to be a Dolphin fan right now. You want to see how pretty it is? Let's see. Hey, it might only be a drawing. But, I mean, hey, look at how beautiful this looks. Tell me that ain't beautiful stuff right there. Tell me that ain't beautiful stuff right there. Let's go. Let's go. This team is about to have a top 10 offense and defense. Balance, baby, balance. I heard people out here saying, well, they don't really need to make any changes to defense because they got Fangio and they gave him all that money and he should be developing all these players, without realizing, listen, just because you don't know ball and you don't know that just because we will be running 3-4 fronts, our whole defensive scheme and approach is totally different than what we ran. Don't go up here and make yourself look like an idiot. Do your research. We needed tweaks. We needed changes, especially to that second level in the secondary. And my Lord, are they happening at a pace. And we just getting started, baby. We just getting started. This is just the beginning. I said Needham is a free agent. That's why I said bring him back. Everyone, listen to what I said about Needham. I said bring him back. So Jalen Ramsey, I'm telling you. Come on, man. We all thought Byron and X being paired together was next level. Now we got Ramsey and Xavier Howard. Are you kidding me right now? And I mean, I know Ramsey feeling real good about it. I know Ramsey feeling real good about it. This is what he said. And again, eye emojis to the comments. Jalen Ramsey said, I prayed for this specifically for about a month, and now it's happening at Miami Dolphins. Let's go. And then you see Bobby Wagner. Blessings, bro. You're going to shine. Right under there, you see the boy Bobby. Shout out to Evan. He says, spoke with Jaquan Johnson yesterday. He said Jordan want to come down here bad. Brother, get ready. That's all I'm saying. Man, we're gonna talk about this, man. I'm gonna talk about that on my Patreon post and stuff tonight. and if you're a channel member, it'll be under the community tab later tonight. Yeah, man. It's going down. It is going down. Listen, I got told from a very plugged person, and then I got told not too long ago. I got told from a very plugged person a couple days ago, and then even Neil hit me up after the Jalen Ramsey, and he's here. Everyone wants to play in Miami right now. That's what people aren't realizing. Everybody wants to be in Miami right now. That's what people are not getting. I thought no one wanted to come here because of Tua, Melvin. Bro, everyone wants to come here. I've been told by multiple people, everybody wants to play in Miami right now. That's literally what I've been told. How the tables have turned. Because everyone deems us as a team that's up and coming contender. You got the low state income tax. You got the nice weather. You got a team full of ballers. Like, Ramsey had his first year in 3 years where he allowed a passer rating. NFL passer rating was targeted over 75. Last year was his down year, but the Rams in general are just not that good. That man's going to be revitalized. You're going to see another level to that man. Like, let's go. He ain't never played opposite of anyone nearly as talented as Xavier Howard. I'm going to tell you this, Bob. When it's all said and done, after the draft and after free agency, Jalen Ramsey will be part of the most talented secondary of his career. I'm going to go even that farther. All right? The masterful work Chris Grier has done. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. You got to give this man his due. You got to give this man his props. The way him and Brandon Shore have worked contracts, look at the bodies they've added. And look at the years left on Ramsey's deal. He's only got 3. They pushed Armstead and listen, with Armstead and Tyrese restructured, they've guaranteed they're here till 2025. Right? What does Ramsey have left on his contract? 2023, 2024, 2025. That's telling us right now they believe their window is until the end of the 2025 season. That's what they're telling you right now. Our window, in their eyes, as it currently stands, has 3 years to win a Super Bowl right now. This year, next year, and the year after. That is their target window right now. Now, when last year started, I thought it was only a 3-year window, meaning we have 2 years left, but they've extended it to a 4-year window internally. Clearly, that's where they're rolling. So it's going to be a 4-year window by the time it's all said and done. The first year we got Tyreek from on. And it might even be extended depending on how they draft and the moves they make beyond here. But right now they're structuring and they're building this team. Look at, they're going to give us 4 years off the rip. And you don't think along that they're going to be restructures and they're going to be manipulating the cap to extend that? Well, guys, we could be sitting here when it's all said and done in like a 6, 7, 8 year window. The way these guys are moving. And they didn't even, like, are you going to get a player even in Jalen Ramsey's realm in year 1 or year 2 or year 3 out of the 3rd round? Listen, you might get a stud out of the 3rd round, but is that going to, even if he's a stud in year 1 as a rookie, is he going to put up Jalen Ramsey production? That's production you might not see till year 3 from someone you draft in round 3 if everything goes perfect with their development. We give up the 77th pick and Hunter Long. That's like giving up the water boy. It's just he gets injured and he acts like he plays tight end. Also, they're doubling down on they're going to be drafting a tight end. Also, they're doubling down on Tanner Conner, I think. Making more room for Tanner Conner when that new body comes in there. Or bodies. And again, do I need to remind everyone? Jalen Ramsey is another move you couldn't have made if you would have went and got Lamar or if you went and got Deshaun Watson last year. We wouldn't have been able to make the Tyreek, Chubb, and Ramsey moves if they would have got Watson last year and given him all that money. Talk about a team and a general manager utilizing the flexibility of their quarterback being on a rookie deal. Unbelievable stuff. It's great. It's like Chris said it there. Thank you, Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker has done more for this franchise by turning into that 3rd round pick for the New England Patriots. He's done more for this franchise than he did his time wearing our jersey. So, salut, cheers, let's go, baby. Even water tastes like Jesus turned it into a fine wine after Chris Grier makes a move like that. Unbelievable stuff. I swear. Is that wine? No. Did Jesus Grier turn that into? I don't know. But even water tastes like wine when your franchise be making moves like this. So I'm going to open it up to you guys in just a few minutes here. Don't worry. Your boy ain't forgot. I just wanted to go over one thing before I do quickly. Because, hey, we still, we're going to get to the Ramsey stuff, but I'm going to give it something else to talk about. Because that's my job. And instead of going over the whole article, we are going to just jump to the part that means the most. So here's the link for you guys to pile up backstage. All right, let's do this. I want you guys to see this. And I'm sure a lot of you on Twitter have already seen this. This is what we're going to talk about today before I open it up anyway. So here we go. 2 days ago. Was it yesterday? 2 days ago. Barry Jackson put out this article. The name I keep hearing with them is Gardner Minshew, said one NFL person involved in the free agent quarterback market. Will Minshew has been a solid quarterback over 24 NFL starts. Be the one the Dolphins pursue in free agency begins Monday. That's unclear. There's a lot of smoke screens this time of year, but at the very least, I believe he's on the radar, and he should be. Now, this is in a backup scenario. I got to talk about this, and I got to talk about this for this reason. I see people trying to bash this, and listen, do I want Baker Mayfield more? You're damn right. Do I like Taylor Heinicke as much? Yeah, maybe even a bit more. But Gardner Minshew, if I would have done a top 30, Gardner Minshew would have been on my free agent target list. Okay. The only one who I want more than, for me, it's Baker tier 1 than everyone else. And there's rumblings that Baker Mayfield is actually going to be given a starting job. So he might actually be off the radar. But I digress. Back to Gardner Minshew here right now. You're talking about a guy who's thrown for like 45, 46 touchdowns and only 15 interceptions. Like, we're talking about a 3-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. He stacked them yards, and he did them on bad Jags teams. These were not the teams that went to the Super Bowl that were looking to threaten the Super Bowl, Blake Bortles. Apparently, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are targeting Baker Mayfield as a potential starter, by the way. That's why I wanted to mention that. So my whole thing here is this. Gardner Minshew would be a fantastic option for 2, 3, 4 games, but we are hoping we aren't going to have to rely on Gardner Minshew. But I'm sorry, I'll give you even more reason to like Gardner Minshew. You know why you should like Gardner Minshew? Because he has that same swag Baker does, but without the drama that'll ruffle the feathers, right? He's got that same alpha energy that if something happened to your starting quarterback and Gardner goes in and things start going well, that team will follow Gardner. That's what you need. You need a guy who can sling it, and the team's going to follow him because he's got that kind of swag if you lose your starter. Because that's the biggest problem. Usually you don't believe in the guy behind him. They say it, they do the little song and dance when, the media's around them, but you want a guy who they can actually get behind. And Gardner Minshew, he has that alpha personality, that alpha swag, just like Baker, minus, the brashness and et cetera, et cetera. So, I would be a big fan of the Gardner Minshew edition. And anyone saying he's not a good backup, I don't know what to tell you. You don't know the position, you don't know ball. So that's he's much better than we've had. I think he's better than Matt Moore. Yeah, he would go down, I think, as one of the better backups we've had in my recent memory, at least. So, anyways, let's open it up to everyone. We're going to talk Ramsey. If you want to talk 2 is 50 or option, it don't matter. We got people backstage. Rhino, PDP, Russell, British Fin Fan. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's up, Reason? Let's go. I'm so excited. You're spot on with Gardner Minshew, by the way. It's 44 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. I think outside of Baker, I'm right there with you. I think he's a perfect fit here. Yeah, he does have that alpha mentality. Also, I'm pretty much going to say it now. I would put money on this. Bobby Wagner and Jordan Poyer will both be Miami Dolphins in a couple of days.
Yeah. Did someone call the police because a robbery has occurred?
Yes, it has.
Do you guys remember what they gave up?
The ass with no lube.
Do you remember what they gave? Do you remember what they gave up for him?
2 first-round picks.
Wow, and we get him on the bargain, and it's like he literally just had and it's not even that bad of a year, but he had a bit of a down year, and
he wasn't motivated.
Exactly, I think he was checked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The Rams did not have a good
I can't believe we got someone to take Hunter Long as value, bro. Like,
that's wild.
McDaniel probably said, McVay, don't worry, bro. He's good. Don't worry. Once he gets there, watch. Perfect fit. Next Kittle. You got him, kid. You got him. Right? What comes after K? What comes after K in the alphabet after Kittle, brother? L, Long. Go, get him. Go. He's good. Go.
Trust me. Flores drafted him.
Yeah, Flores loved him.
Bro, Flores out here.
Someone's got an echo, Reason.
Is it me?
No, it's not you. What was I gonna say? You look at Flores just stripping down that team and taking everything away, and then you look at what we're doing over here. My God, what's going on, Powerhouse? Been a minute.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, brother.
Man, can you like imagine the practices between Jalen Waddle
and
Jalen Ramsey?
It's gonna be crazy.
I'm going to every single one of them. I'm gonna be sick from work every day of that week.
Imagine Vic getting into work on Monday. Now we know how the internet works, but hey man, welcome to your new job. We just traded for Ramsey. Enjoy, brother.
That's funny. My buddy John, who's a Dallas Cowboys fan, he just said, You know what? Your Dolphins suck, LOL. They traded almost nothing for Jalen Ramsey.
It's not even the 51st pick. It's the
Did you-
77th pick.
I know.
You're
I
like,
know.
50, 77?
Grier got a hit out on somebody, man. That's crazy.
Bro, they got yo McDaniel had to have pictures on McVay and his wife. Something had to go down, bro.
No, but seriously, Ramsey wanted to be here. Okay, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, he did.
And he could have gone to half the teams in the NFL if he wanted to. He
Everyone
chose
wants
us.
to be here.
My question to you guys is simple. Why? Why did he choose the Dolphins? Is it because of the weather? Is it the state income tax? Those things have something to do with it, of course. But why is he coming here? He feels he can win. The guy's all about the rings. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
This move shows us.
Well,
And
you know,
That's why Wagner left, isn't it?
I kid you not. I was playing Madden.
remember, where did he play college, bro?
Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like, you know, sure, he grew up he was born in Tennessee, but, you know, I think Florida is where his home is, like where his heart's at, bro. And on top of everything you named, Rhino, I think you're 110% right. I think he views us. Everybody wants to be here because they view us as a winner. I'm telling you right now, everyone views this division as ours.
Mostly,
Yeah.
Everyone look, bro, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Do you think Ramsey and let's say Bobby Wagner, Levante David, all this jazz?
Oh, please.
Do you think they're looking and saying, who do you think they're looking at? We just upgraded with Fangio. We got all the pieces we got. Or the team who just lost Leslie Frazier and wouldn't admit publicly that there was discord, so that's why he left. It wasn't about to step away. He's not coming. Notice if you read their wording, they also said he'll be coming back to coaching next year, not back to the Buffalo Bills. So there's that. All right. And then on top of this, they're going to lose Tremaine Edmonds and Jordan Poyer, their heart and soul. All they're going to have is Matt Milano. And it's over. I've heard they're so deep into trying to acquire Derrick Henry because they have just said, you know what? They have thrown balance out the window. They're just going to try and stack their offense and roll. And what's going to happen when you roll into a defense like us is going to shut you down.
It's over with.
You know what I mean? That's the problem. You got
baby.
balance is necessity to win in the NFL, bro. You know, you can't just win stacked on one or the other sides. Like even those great Bucks and Ravens teams who won with Trent Dilfer and Brad Johnson. I mean, do we have to talk about who the running back in Baltimore was that year? Right? Jamal Lewis, people forget. Didn't he almost run for 300 yards in a game?
I think he had 2,000 yards. I know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
The Bucks had the Mike Allstott.
Mike Allstott, right? People forget Mike Allstott with the big neck. Bro, that man was the last great fullback in terms of a running fullback.
I love that player.
Right? Like they could pound the ball, they could eat the clock, and then their defense would do the job, and that's how they beat you. Bro, do you guys remember how many points the Ravens let up that year? Do you guys know they were allowing less than 10 points per game on average?
I think it was like 9.8.
Yeah, it was like 9 points per game they were allowing.
And people forget, they don't just have Ray Lewis. They had like Peter Bulwer.
You got
Bobby
a 2,000-yard
Wagner.
rusher and 9 points per game you're allowed.
Who's
So
the
you
Italian
dominate
defensive
the clock.
lineman?
I'm just saying.
What's his name?
What?
The Italian defensive
Oh,
lineman.
the big dude.
Siragusa.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had all these
Siragusa,
players.
Tony
They were
Siragusa.
stacked.
They were stacked. Yes, the Jalen 3, bro. And I'm gonna tell you this. I wanna know your guys' thoughts on this. It doesn't sound like we're gonna spend heavy on right tackle and like Jackson and Eichenberg. Bear Jackson even suggested that we might bring back Brandon Shell.
Oh, my God.
I give you two names that fix it. Bergeron in the 3rd, TJ Bass in the 6th.
That might be the move in the 3rd. Might be a right tackle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Reason. I heard they already moved 25 million guaranteed for the next 2 years with Jalen.
Nice.
They've already turned it into guaranteed for this year and next year as money.
Okay.
I'm wondering if that's to lower that cap down.
It would be because if you I already did. If you restructure them, you save $10 million against the cap this year.
Right.
Yeah, there was a report that came out right afterwards that they're gonna turn 25 million guaranteed from this year and next year. He's getting another 25 up front.
They aren't done. They aren't done.
Nope.
No.
The only thing I saw in terms of money was Barry Jackson said we have about $25 million in cap, and you can clear up about another 10 with a restructure.
Does anyone think Jerome Baker's on the block?
Yeah, Jerome Baker's not safe, man. I've been updating my Patreons and everyone on that. I've heard they would be willing to rebuild the whole linebacker core. If you want my opinion, I think they're going to land either Wagner. I think they're going to land either Wagner or Levante David, and then they're going to fill out bodies there.
Could we trade them to Minnesota?
I could see them. I don't know. Looks like they're taking away right now. And remember, the second level isn't a huge priority for what Flores is going to do, right?
That's what I was going to ask you. So the priority is secondary and safety.
Yeah.
And
and a little bit.
So then, why the hell did Flores give him so much money here?
Because he's a mook.
Because that was his boy too, right? That was his teacher's pet.
Beginning March 13th,
Tied by the hip.
longer be accepting cash payments at the window.
And to be fair to Baker, he's gotten better every year, and
Yeah,
that's
and
coming from a guy who's not even a fan.
And he's not playing his system. System's total 4-3. He's a, he's not
3-4
playing
wide 9.
Yeah.
Bro, all I know is Cameron Wolf's already chopped it up with Jalen Ramsey.
Right.
Oh wow.
Are you serious right now? Oh my god, let's play this. All right, let's play this. Hold on, guys. Cam Wolf quick on it, eh? Atta boy.
Did you see what Micah Parsons said about all this? And then Tyreek Hill responded to him. Okay, it's on Twitter.
Jalen Ramsey, how you feeling?
About the Jalen Ramsey stuff?
There he is.
Praying about for a long time. Then David made
Could you start over, Reason, please?
I'm excited.
Yeah. Because even he said what I said. Because remember, I had the report in October. Check the list what he says.
Dolphin, Jalen Ramsey, how you feeling?
I feel great, man. This is something that I was praying about for a long time. Then David made it happen. I'm excited, man. I'm super excited to be close to the fam.
Shout out to David.
You're a Dolphin, baby. Fam back in Florida. It's gonna be fun.
What are Dolphins fans getting from you?
Man, I'm gonna get a leader, one of the biggest competitors ever. Gonna make my teammates better. All the guys that I got around me, obviously, you got X-Men, you got Fine, you got the D-line that going crazy with Christian holding that down. Offense, you already know what they talking about. Tyreek, Taylor, Tua, man.
Tua, baby.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. We're gonna get to work though, for sure.
Already talking about training camp. Tyreek been tweeting about it. What them one-on-ones gonna look like?
Yo,
I'm glad they have me practice now, and I ain't got to guard him in the game no more because he a problem. But he's gonna make me better, and I'm gonna make him better. So it's gonna be cool.
So you can't hit him like you did in the Pro Bowl.
Nah, I ain't never gonna do that again. Maybe I was seeing something, and I had to take that opportunity then and there.
Absolutely. Last one for me. I know that you have been on the championship team. You see the roster they had. They made the move for Tyreek and Bradley. Now where are you guys in comparison to competing for that championship?
Man, that's always the goal is to try to get back to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. So I'm just another piece of the puzzle. I ain't gonna say that I'm gonna bring all that there, but I'm gonna bring that piece of the puzzle there. I got some experience in it. I'm gonna hopefully help those guys visualize it, and then we're gonna go get it. But we gotta put the work in. Congrats, brother. Appreciate you.
Let's go.
I'm so pumped, man.
We have X, dude. We have Ramsey and X.
And it's only
That's
gonna make
dangerous.
Tua better, man. Tua's gonna be
there's more
another
coming, man.
monster,
There's more
man.
coming.
Watch.
Yeah, I agree, bro. Hold on. Did Ramsey choose Tua over Stafford?
Of
Yes,
course.
he did.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he did.
That's a given.
Am I doing
Yes,
this right?
he did.
Bro.
Yes, he did.
Oh my god.
He
Oh,
was
my
all the
God.
smoke.
Hey, and what do y'all think of what Tyreek did at that race yesterday?
Oh yeah, that was brilliant.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That was
That guy
brilliant.
is ridiculous.
You could have put a school bus in between him and second place.
Yo,
Oh,
you know
bro.
what I'm scared of now? That
Ridiculous.
Ramsey's on our team. That's gonna be the most ish-talking duel.
Yep.
Ever.
My job is gonna hate me.
Yeah. Hey guys, practice is going to be. People are going to be lining up to see practice this year.
Bro, I'm gonna be
Yep.
there 2 days in advance with my sleeping bag and my
in case no one saw, because I was planning to bring it up anyways.
Yeah.
In case no one saw it, here is yesterday. What was he at? The 60 it was a 60-meter USA. What was it? The USATF track and field. It was like a 60-meter.
Yeah.
This man, look at this guy just rocked up. Look at this guy 3 rows down from him. I want everyone to go back. Look at this guy. Watch this guy who's gonna come in the frame to the far right with the headband. This guy, this guy looks like he just got up, had his coffee, and came out. But this guy looks like he got dad bod. Watch this.
He's fast, Reason. He's fast.
No, look at this guy with the headband. Look at this guy walking in. Look at this guy thought he thought he was gonna stand a chance. Give me a break. Okay, anyway.
Number 6.
Look at this guy. Tyreek looks like the only athlete. Look at his God. Look at his vertical, bro. And he wasn't even trying.
No.
All right, look at these kids. Look at these kids. 7 and 8 row didn't even show up. They said, "Oh, we're good."
The world record's 6'4", by the way.
He had a
60 meters here.
This is a world record?
No. You're saying the world record is 6'3", 4.
I think he ran like 6'7" something.
As he races.
Look at these guys again.
On a track in 9 years.
Oh my God!
They're all white.
Guy with the headband. Guy with the headband. Look at guy with the headband. I told you. He's on the way to the back.
You're right. You ain't even right.
And look at him take the win here.
Guy with the headband. I'll get him next time.
Welcome back.
I'll get him next time.
Tyreek Hill.
Look at this guy. Watch him. You knew he wasn't winning when he walks up. Look at this. I got this, guys. All right, here we go. All right, let me do the LeBron. Let me powder my hands and blow it up in the air. All right. That's this guy. Right? Look at this. Look at this. And then he's like, all right, guys. Good race, everyone. All right, everyone. Best of luck, guys. Watch this. Look at it. Right from the beginning, he's just done.
They got people out of the stands. Reason.
Look at him take the win here.
Oh, I got to stop at the grocery store on the way home now.
The only thing that was missing was the deuces.
Oh my God.
Yo,
bro,
did
did
you
you see the video?
dialogue?
Yo, did you see the video of that kid trying to throw deuces to everyone and he tripped up?
That I was dying when I saw that. I saw that, bro.
Did you see that
funny.
or no?
Yeah.
That was hilarious, bro. This guy trying to throw up to Tyreek.
Oh my God.
Reason, could you imagine the dialogue between them other races?
What's going on?
They weren't talking to him, bro. They weren't
I said,
talking to
could you
him.
imagine? No, listen, could you imagine if other races was on the field talking about, I'm not racing no dude that's named Cheetah? Are you out of your damn mind?
Fins ERECT, boys. We are getting it in.
I'll tell you right now, if we get Bobby Wagner and Poyer,
TE's Finn is up.
On paper, we have the number 1 defense in the NFL. We just got to go out and do it.
No Dolphins.
If we get Poyer and Wagner on paper, we got the number 1 defense.
And no Dolphins fan is going to need any blue pills, bro.
Blue Chew?
What's our new nickname? You know, Seattle had Legion of Boom. We got to have one.
Dangerous.
Thanks for coming.
Like that.
We have a winner.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
What a slogan.
Holy. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
The only reason why I want Wagner over everybody is he really does know Fangio's system to a point, and he'd be just another coach on the field, let alone he's still playing at a high level.
Yeah.
Jack Campbell with Bobby Wagner. I can just see it right now.
Larry talk about they should go get Aaron Donald.
Sealer.
Yeah, really. Hey, might as well.
Sealer, Wilkins.
Yo, Wilkins, we don't want to extend you. Let's go trade you for Aaron Donald. Because you know that makes sense for the money too. Like,
we got a bus waiting for you right outside. Get the hell out.
Actually, better yet, we'll give him Zach Steeler since they don't want top dog.
No, you keep Steeler because he's cheaper. You trade Christian Wilkins for Aaron Donald, and you just keep. You see how much money Daron Payne just got?
No.
4 years, $90 million, 60 of it guaranteed. That's a defensive tackle. It's the highest paid defensive tackle. Like that $90 million, 60 guaranteed.
Wow.
That's gonna be Christian Wilkins. That's gonna be your basis for a Christian Wilkins deal. Because that's the highest deal for a defensive tackle not named Aaron Donald.
How old is he?
Christian Wilkins or Aaron Donald?
No. The guy who just got that contract.
I think he's like
Darren.
26 or 25.
Yeah, he's still young. He's 25.
Because they both came out in the
That's
same
the
year.
only thing working against Wilkins being 28 going into his 30s.
Wilkins is 28?
28?
He's not that old.
I don't think he's 28.
He can't be more than 26.
26,
right?
isn't it?
He's 26.
Unless he came in like when he was 24.
Wilkins is 27.
Oh, he is. Wow.
He'll be 28 going into the season.
No, he'll be 28 in December.
Okay.
Hey, like some people are saying in the chat, you think Rodgers is going to change his mind?
Dude, yeah.
Depends how much ayahuasca was out.
Rogers is thinking,
I was gonna
okay,
ask that
retirement
question
sounds
myself.
pretty good right now.
But I'll
It
just
all
stick
depends what
to
kind of
Wednesday.
weed they got out there for him.
Come on, hey, New York is still against that. He needs to go to the other coast for that
New
stuff.
York ain't against that no more, bro. It's legal out here.
Is it really?
Yeah, we've been past that.
Nice.
Make sure.
I'm so stressed out. I'm about to smoke some right now.
Here we go.
Why are you stressed? We got Ramsey.
Nah, I ain't talking about Ramsey. I'm
That's
talking
his
about the
life.
shit that's going on in New York.
It's rough, bro. It's rough.
New York is wild right now.
Aaron Rodgers saw the Ramsey trade and retreated back into his room of solitude and expected to come out in a few days and say, fuck that to the New York Jets.
Back to the darkness, my old friend.
It's the same cave he was in before.
Who could blame him? I couldn't blame him.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, but our division is going to be crazy, though.
Okay, here we go. Jalen Ramsey has 2 years fully guaranteed left to complete a deal that averages $20 million per year. He got additional $25 million guaranteed as part of the trade, and he gets his preferred destination in the Miami Dolphins.
Wow.
So that's what you're talking about, Todd?
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
And look, a key word, preferred destination.
You think we getting Poyer, right? You think?
Yep.
I gotta wait for my Patreon and my community to and my channel members. You know what I mean? I might talk a little to y'all about when we go backstage, but yeah. You think darkness is your ally? We were born in it. Not a boy. I think we're not done. We are not done. Thanks for coming. I second that for the Dolphins D. We're not done.
Thank you for coming.
We ain't done. This team is the watch. I'm fully expecting to be live the next couple of days. Let's put it that way.
Wow.
But no, Micah Parsons was throwing shade, talking. He said something, and Tyreek responded to it. It's on my Twitter. Reason it's hilarious. You got to look at it because I retweeted it and said, "Well, dude, if you're that mad, ask Dallas to trade you here too."
He put him in
really,
Debo.
Yeah, right.
Debo from
Yo,
Friday.
Chris will make it work. Grier will find a way to make it happen.
Like Tyreek Hill told him to stop complaining or stop being a crybaby or something like that.
Hey, Reason, if we win a Super Bowl, 2 people need to have statues built for him.
If
Grier and Brandon Shore.
Yeah.
No.
And Larry Tunsil.
Yeah, it's got to be
Shore's
Tunsil
a
first.
genius. Yeah,
Tunsil Drive,
Yeah.
the name of the road next to the stadium. Tunsil Drive.
You might even have to give Devontae Parker a statue.
Bill Callahan as well.
Gas mask
No,
and a statue.
But
Yo,
Brandon
and
Shore
I,
is so...
and I didn't hear this. I read this from like ESPN put out a article today talking about like things they're hearing, primer or whatever.
Mhm.
And one of the things they did said is watch the Tunsil market for being traded again.
Oh,
Wow.
Tunsil back to Miami.
Come back home.
Left guard for a 5th round pick. Let's go. 5th round pick in Durham Smythe. Let's go.
Wow.
I still can't believe
Foster
we only
Moreau
had to
is
give up
better
that
tight
third
end
round.
Everybody out.
What's going on, Anthony? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm just so excited. I just wanted to come on. First of all, Reason, You need to announce that your inside source in the building is Chris Grier. It's the only way to explain the batting average.
Nope.
It's the only way to explain the batting average, my man.
I know who it is. And nope.
You've
nope.
been caught. You've been caught.
Absolutely not.
Who says he's in the building? Who says he's in the building?
I can't believe that. Listen. You know what? It makes why I said, look at Ramsey saying as a preferred destination.
Yeah.
It's because Ramsey knows we've been interested in him since October. You know what I mean? He knows, and the league talks. And all I can sit here and say is, when they add what they add to this defense, man, we're gonna have a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense this year. And I think the Super Bowl window is real right now.
Hey, could you see the odds just went up? We're plus 3,000 now.
Plus 3,000.
Wow.
Hey, see, Ricketic is in the chat, bro. Ricketic's in the chat.
G Firm says, "How about them the Deepwater defense as a name?"
Nah, I like Danger.
Hey.
I like
gas mask lane. Bro, that's right. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now, Ricketic. I was talking about the gas mask. You know what's feeling like it's turning into a gas mask situation right now? And if I knew I was gonna land him, I would trade Christian Wilkins, Jalen Carter. If we had, imagine if we had the capital to sit and because imagine you landed Jalen Carter at like 15 or 20, arguably top 3 talent in this draft, and he's gonna fall that far.
It could very well happen too.
Very good.
It might just happen.
Imagine if Jalen Carter fell, man. That would be ridiculous because that would give you flexibility, man. I think Jalen Carter is going to be a better pro than Christian Wilkins. Now, obviously, from day one, Christian Wilkins is going to be a better pro because he's further along in his development. But, give that kid a couple years, and I think he'll be blowing a guy like Christian Wilkins play out of the water.
Now, if he's there at our second-round pick, do we pick him instead of going after a Jack Campbell?
He won't get there. No one's going to let him get outside.
No.
I don't see him getting out of the 20s, man. Campbell ain't going to be there for us either. That's a pipe dream right now.
Not going to be there.
Dude, I got Campbell on a PFN mock
30.
draft simulator. That's 77 last week, and I was like, "This is a joke." I got Jahmyr Gibbs at 51. I got him at 70. I got him at 77, and I don't know. I got it was just the most ridiculous mock draft ever, and I was just like, these guys are going to go way sooner.
Yeah.
Well, you want to hear something even more wild than that? Reason I did 2 different mock drafts, one on PFN, one on PFF. And Bijan Robinson fell all the way to the 35th overall pick, which was the Indianapolis Colts, and I traded up for him.
Bro, he might go top 10. He might go top.
I know he might not even get out of the 35, but if that dude is there at 35, I'm taking that 51 pick and
dog. He's not even going to be there.
Hey, I will say this: Bijan just plays the wrong position.
Hold on, bro. He ain't going to be there beyond 20. There's talks of him, like I told y'all last year. I said this guy's going to go in the top 10. There's already rumblings coming out of if he goes in the top 10, a lot of scouts, no one's going to lambast the team that takes him in the top 10 because everyone pretty much agrees he's a top 5, top 10 talent in this draft.
Yeah.
Yo, he ain't going to be there. Dude, you'd be lucky if he's past there beyond 15.
Who would be your comp for
reason? If you go by talent,
hold on a sec, Russell. Russell was asking me a question. What?
I said, who would your comp be for him? Because I don't know if it's just because he plays at
Bijan's
Texas.
going to be Bijan.
I just didn't know.
I don't think there's nobody like him.
If you
he's
go
generational,
by
bro. He's generational, dog.
He's different.
Saquon was Saquon, right? That's what Bijan's going to be.
Yeah. He's a problem.
If you go by talent, just pure talent, not by position. By position, I would say Carter's probably the most talented, and Bijan would be the second in this draft.
Yeah.
I don't know. Will Anderson's up there, bro. I would take Will Anderson over Jalen Carter. Will Anderson, to me, should be the number 1 guy, and then Jalen Carter, number 2. And then I would probably throw Bijan at 3.
What did you think of that Carolina trade to move up to number 1?
Dumb, because now everyone's confirming. Now, The Athletic and 2 other and ESPN and another outlet have all confirmed that the report of them willing to trade back down is true now. So this was not the draft to trade all that up for to go. You trade that next year for Caleb Williams or Drake May. You don't trade it for any of these guys.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just wondering why they even got rid of DJ Moore though in that trade if they're just going to go back down.
The guy they really want apparently is CJ Stroud. They're in love with CJ Stroud.
Wow.
Like in love. Yeah. So, right? They think if they go get their guy, what's the receiver? Receiver's easy to replace. That's their standpoint. So quarterback's the hardest position to find, and once you hit it, you're good, right? Think of it. Look at it this way. If they draft CJ Stroud and he ends up being a stud, are any of us going to say they lost the trade?
Nah.
Probably
right?
not.
So, you know, and you know, the team that really should be trading for a quarterback right now, if I was the San Francisco 49ers, and I think this is why I think Rodgers is stalling with the Jets because he's hoping other people are going to get involved. If I was the 49ers, I'd be all in on Aaron Rodgers right now. All in. But you'd have to pay more because they're to keep him in the NFC. But I don't think he wants to go to New York. So we'll see how that plays.
Where do you think he wants to go?
Well, I think he'd prefer to stay there. But listen, the reason why I don't think he wants to go to New York is because of the media. You already know how quirky and weird. Yeah, you already know how quirky and weird he is already with the media, right? And that's like in Green Bay. Imagine what the New York media would be like.
And if he say one more thing about being in the cave and smoking some more ayahuasca, they'll kill him. They'll kill him.
Man, yeah, I don't know. So,
if he doesn't go to New York, they are screwed.
No, they're not.
They can get in on a Lamar Jackson trade.
Yeah,
then they just move all in on Lamar.
Yeah, they're moving on Lamar. They're not screwed.
But I know they want to, but then they want to move him to an NFC, but they'll take whatever they can take. See, here's the thing. The team that should be making the play for Lamar are the Buccaneers. Jacksonville has their quarterback.
I've been hearing that's where Baker's going.
Yeah. They reported that today. You know, we have our quarterback. Jacksonville has a quarterback. If he wants to come home, sure, it's going to be like a 4-hour drive from where he was born.
Yeah.
But 3 or 4 hour drive or whatever. But still, like if you want to bring him to South Florida, you've got contracts and good players on both sides of the football that you could ship in a package plus picks. That's what I would do.
Yeah, but they're taking a big hit for Brady. Can they afford Lamar?
That's why you move other contracts
and restructure.
What about the Raiders?
They've said they're out, but I've heard quietly, don't believe that at all.
Strategy.
I have no idea what they're doing. No idea. Because remember, the thing I'd been hearing all offseason when the offseason started was if they were going to tag Josh Jacobs, it was going to be to go after Aaron Rodgers, and then they tagged him. But then all of a sudden they said they weren't interested. It was just weird.
Yeah, but they said on ESPN they was thinking about Jimmy Garoppolo going to the Raiders.
Good luck
to them.
They
were thinking about him.
Someone in the comments suggested the Tropical Swarm as a name. I like that one.
That's no swim zone. Barney said no swim zone.
No swim zone. There you go. All right, here's the deal.
The tsunami defense.
There are currently 8 of you up here. I am going to give you 3 minutes between 8 of you for final thoughts. Rhino Sith, you're up. Set the tone.
It's just simple for me. It's automatic. You say, oh, okay, we got Ramsey and X. But when you think about it, it's like your mind melts, bro, for real. Like you just think about what we can do underneath these two guys. The rushing attack, Phillips, you got Chubb, you have Wilkins, you have Sealer. All these guys are super happy. And my thought was, is it really important, the linebackers, or is it more important for the secondary? You answer that. It's more important for the back end. So this is great news. We can put our funds and our strategy in other areas and build up a really good team. And it's just common sense here. We're coming for the NFL, bro. And it's great to be a Dolphins fan. All you guys that kept faith, this is for you guys, man. This is paying off for you as fans. Enjoy it.
King Z305.
This was by far the smartest trade I've seen as a Dolphins fan for a long time in terms of getting supreme talent. Now we got the cornerback covered. I'm actually very excited to see what they're going to do in free agency and draft. I'm excited for the season, and Chris Grier needs to be a Hall of Fame GM, like hands down. and fins up.
Todd.
Mine is just simple. If you're not happy with this move, you got issues. Fins up.
Powerhouse.
I'm giving Chris Grier his flowers now. This was a great blockbuster move. And like Reason says, we're not done because free agency hasn't even started yet. And I'm just ready for the ride. Fins up, everybody.
Next up, British Fin fan.
Yeah, it's super, super exciting being a Miami Dolphins fan right now. It's like playing Madden on franchise, just putting all pieces together. I think we're going to, we're not done yet. We're going to bring some more players in. I can see Wagner coming in. Defense is going to be elite. Thanks for coming. Fins up, baby, all the way.
Bruce, you're up.
Super happy. Can't wait to see Jalen Ramsey and Tyreek Hill show because it's going to be incredible. Fins up.
Anthony, you're up.
I love this team. I just wanted to say thank you to you, Reason, for just keeping us updated. We all really appreciate you, man. And for everyone out there that hates Chris Grier, keep our general manager's name out your damn mouth.
And if you want to come here and don't have somebody all up in the videos, come to the Dolphins, man.
Nice.
Russell, your final thoughts.
Miami has become the destination. I think that is the key line of the day. And we're going to have Poyer on this team. We're going to get Bobby Wagner on this team. This defense is going to be top 5. And it's going to show because we're going to actually have the coaching staff that's necessary to put the best team out on the field. And this offense is going to continue to improve. Second year, same system. Tua plays 17 games. We're Super Bowl bound. I want 2. I want back-to-back. Like 72, 73. Let's go 23, 24. Fins up.
Amen, brother.
And I just wanted to say this because Todd said something, and I'm gonna find the characters. It's too many characters for Twitter. I was gonna tweet this out yesterday, but I'm not about to join and pay. This is I got no plans on paying for Twitter Blue. Listen, you got people out here, right? They're so dead set on the failure of Tua, and you know what I mean, without realizing that Tua failing would affect this team's success. They'd be happy if this team went 1-16 or 0-17 because their agenda would be fulfilled. The guy they don't like would be gone. Those are not Dolphin fans. You know what those are? Those are the definition of what they hate. They're Tuaneers. You know why? They're putting their hate for Tua over the logo. They try to say y'all put your love for Tua over the logo, but they go and do the exact same thing. So the irony is they are the exact thing they hate, just on the opposite spectrum. So they're the version of a Tuaneer, just the hating version. So listen, if you ain't happy, if you ain't excited with what we've done, I don't know what to tell you. Martin, you've joined. Before we get out of here, I'll give you the floor to give you some quick thoughts on the Ramsey deal.
Martin.
What's up, fellas? Hey, man, the last dude that spoke, man, I didn't even think about that angle, bro. You might be 100% accurate, man. He's like Tuaneers, but anti. You know what I mean? So
that's me.
Hey,
that's the reason.
Hey, man. This is hey, man. This is huge, bro. Initially, because I didn't know the details of the trade, I was like, oh no, you know what I mean? Like, damn, bro, we just ruined our chances in the draft or whatever. A 3rd round pick and Hunter Long for Jalen Ramsey.
77 pick.
Dog. You talk about
because you probably don't know that 3rd round pick, that 77th pick is what we got in the Devontae Parker trade.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Man, hey, look here, man. Hey, shout out to Grier for working his magic I think it's safe to say the momentum of what was happening last year when we got to like 8-3, and you're talking about Chris Grier being like the executive of the year or something like that. I think he's trying to set his mark already for the next season, bro. Like this is major strides, and we haven't even, like you all said, we haven't even touched the tampering period or even address anything for what we're gonna pretty much do in the draft. So I mean, we're building a team to win now. But I'm telling y'all right now, when it comes to the AFC, by the time we hit same thing like last year, by the time we hit week 3, week 4 of this season, a lot of teams are going to know what's really going on over here as far as the trajectory. And I mean, let's not jinx it, but hey man, playoffs a bust really. When you really think about what we're accumulating. And shout out to Tyreek Hill, man, for doing his last race. His last sprint yesterday, I think yesterday. I mean, come on, bro. Like he's special, man, and we got more special players coming, bro. And Jalen Ramsey was the first tip in that, bro. And again, I was really shocked at how not even easily, but how reasonable everybody was to restructure their contracts, because I was thinking before we started this, like, damn, bro, I think Teron got to restructure. Tyreek got to restructure. Chubb got to restructure. I thought Xavier and Baker had to restructure as well. But I mean, for them to get those big 3 out the way, I was like, okay, yeah, we going all in this year. So, and huge 5th-year pickup. I saw the video last time reason about the 5th-year pickup. You was spot on, bro. Everything that's happening right now is aligning for what seems to be like a all-in run to the Super Bowl this year. And if that's the man, if that's the aim, if that's the goal, hey, put your head down, go to work, and every day is literally building up into that. And I think we got the right guys in the house to make it happen. So I hope, and again, I hope we get the Jalen Ramsey that is a leader first and then a player second, because sometimes, when it comes to that type of personality and that type of, as far as how he comes off, it's either going to do one or two things. It's going to unite us or it's going to cause some dissension. Because, the last time I see Jalen,
I ain't worried about that.
I hope we get.
There's too many leaders in the building, and there's too many leaders from what I'm hearing that are about to be in the building. So that ain't gonna fly. So I want to address this though. Lance Speaks Monday says barely could find any fans when we went 1-15. Well, I'm gonna tell you this, brother. At that time of my life, I was working continental shifts. What does that mean? I would work Monday, Tuesday, be off Wednesday, Thursday. Then I'd have to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then the next week I'd be off Monday, Tuesday. I'd work Wednesday, Thursday. Then I'd be off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then flip and repeat. I taped every Sunday I worked because I'd work till 5 p.m. on Sundays. I taped every game that I missed, even when we were 1-15. Because if you were a fan during that 1-15 year, you would have fallen in love with my little white boy, Wes Welker. That's what I used to call him back then. And I was so, if you were watching during 1-15, you were so bitter when he went to New England for as little as he went to. All right.
Absolutely.
I was right there. Dude, listen, let me go even deeper on that. My girlfriend at the time, her dad said to her, because she came over after I had finished my work day on the Sunday for our win that year, our only win. He said, he's gonna be really happy. So she told me that, and I looked at her. I'm like, why would you tell me that? You're like spoiling it, right? So I'm sitting there watching the game, and I look at her. I'm like, what am I supposed to be happy about right now? Because do people remember how we won that game?
Yeah, very, very end.
Last second.
Greg Camarillo.
So I'm sitting there looking at her like, what am I supposed to be happy about? And then the Camarillo play happened, and I lost my mind, bro. I was like, holy. And someone asked, what do I think they're going to do with tight end? I think the idea with tight end is get ready. One of those top draft picks, 51st or that pick in the 60s. What is it, 66, 67?
Oh, no.
We gave up the 77th, and I think we have the 84th left.
We have the 84th left?
Yes, 84th and 197.
So I think the 84th or the 51st. There you go. That's you're going to get a tight end. That's the plan. And like they could go at a guy like Foster Moreau, a cheap guy.
That's what I think.
That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome.
They're going to go
He's deadly
get
in the red zone, and he blocks. I mean, and he has
exactly.
he has a pass with Frank Smith, so that would make him sense. Like, listen, I wish we had the money to go get a Dalton Schultz, but we don't. Yeah. So would I take Laporta at 84? Honestly, I like Laporta.
I don't think he's going to be there at 84, though.
Yeah. I honestly like Zach Kuntz, too, man. Like,
Zach Kuntz is nice.
Yeah, like, I think there's other options.
Be there, though, that low?
Yeah, at 84.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah, he should be.
Yeah. There's a lot of tight ends in this draft.
Yeah, it's a good and next year's class is deep, too, for tight ends.
Kuntz, Zach Kuntz is an above-average threat as a pass catcher. And he's also equally an above-average blocker when it comes to like holding his block and making room. I've seen enough film on him to be like, okay, yeah, he can be a day two guy easily. But my favorite man is Sam Laporta, like the guy just mentioned right there. That guy from Iowa just looks like what you really want from the tight end position.
Well, Iowa tight ends are always studs. Iowa tight ends.
I know, man. And he seems like he's right with everyone else that came out of there, from Noah Fant to George Kittle to
the thing about Zach Kuntz, though, is where you draft. The thing about Kuntz is where you're going to draft him relative to how gifted of an athlete he is. Like he's a very good athlete, right? Like, dude, the guy,
even when he was at Penn State. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like, look at his size, bro. The guy's like 6'7", and he moves the way he moves, bro. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, he's a super gifted athlete. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if you're gonna get a Payne Durham, or you're gonna get a Zach Kuntz, right? With Payne, you're going for more of a blocker who doesn't really have any really like off the chart ability as a playmaker, as a pass catcher. While Kuntz, you're going for like an above average pass blocker who's a gifted athlete and has real upside as a pass catcher and a guy after the catch, right? Like, that's the big difference between, guys like that. Like, another guy who I think he might be, me and Neil really like Luke Musgrave too. Like, it's a good tight end class. You know what I mean?
And again, the reason I keep mentioning Sam Laporta,
he won't be there. They'd have to take him at 51.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. If we can't get the guys that we've been talking about from the very beginning, Jack Campbell from Iowa, Darnell Wright from Tennessee, John Michael Schmidt from Minnesota, if those types of guys are off the board already, and we're talking about not only best player available, but guys that we can use immediately, because remember, Mike McDaniel talked about during the combine, he's literally in search of that third option that's going to really take the reins. And Sam Laporta can easily fall into that category of the third option, because he's a unique blend, if you ask me.
Let me ask this. Even though I don't think he's going to fall there, let's say he does.
At 84?
Jamar Gibbs or Sam Laporta at 51?
Gibbs all day.
You got to say Gibbs, because he's a natural runner and a natural pass catcher.
And then you come back and you take Kuntz with your next pick, bro.
I like that.
I'd be good with that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Gibbs would cure
Jameer Gibbs is really. Jameer Gibbs, to me, has risen his level big time. He is definitely the second best running back in this class.
I've gone through and I've identified every right tackle in this class.
Yeah.
And for me, there's only 5 that are worth drafting.
Wow.
Darnell Wright. Sorry, 6. I apologize, 6. Darnell Wright, Javon Foster, Matthew Bergeron, because in Syracuse in 2019, he played right tackle. Warren McClendon from Georgia. Jordan McFadden played right tackle at Clemson in 2020. And then Tyler Steen played right tackle at Bama for a little bit. So
those are the pure natural right tackles.
Those are guys who have at least played right tackle at the collegiate level, for even if it was only for one season.
Yes. Okay.
Well, who do you like the best out of them guys you just mentioned? Though?
Those are the best. Darnell Wright's the best of the best, but he'll be gone. He might be the best tackle in the class. He has that kind of potential.
And you think he's going?
I think Bergeron will probably be there on day 2, obviously. London will be there on day 2, day 3, I think. Tyler Steen will be there on day 2. So those will probably be the best guys, I think.
Wow.
Dang.
Tyler Steen will be good. I wasn't that high on Blake Freeland at first, but after his combine, he actually.
But listen, let me tell you. You know what a really an evaluator I trust a lot always told me? Never let the combine change your evaluation. Oh,
right.
Never let it change your evaluation. What the combine should be for is 2 things: either to confirm your evaluation or to make you go back and see what you missed. That's all it's about.
And that makes sense. It just, I feel like it's to just simply show players' athleticism.
Well, that's why. If you might have a guy who doesn't look that athletic or that fast on tape, but then you see his combine, or that explosive in his first step, then you see his combine, and it makes you go back and look and see if you can find that explosion, if you can find examples of that speed or athleticism. That's what he meant. That's what he meant. Go back and see if you can find examples of that. Don't let it change the evaluation, because
what are your thoughts on Freeland?
Because if it's world-breaking athleticism that's good enough to change your evaluation, it would have already been in your evaluation. You would have already noticed.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's also.
What? Say again.
What's your thoughts on Freeland?
He's good. I'm not. Listen, unless you're a crazy athlete and you have experience at right tackle at some form, I'm not a huge why was I so down for kicking Panay to right tackle? Because of his experience there throughout, high school, but also how crazy of an athlete he was.
Yeah.
And you need to have certain things for me to be able, because you basically got to retrain your whole body moving from the left to the right. And the guys who usually get ahead on that are the better athletes. So smart IQ players and good athletes. That's what you're looking if you're going to make that change. If you got a meathead who's a good athlete, it's going to take time. If you got a high football IQ, but he's not that athletic, it's going to take time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why I look for guys that try and find the pure guys. Don't why mess around? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
they asked Taylor Lewan, didn't they, if he could play right tackle, and he said no way, because it just alters everything that he's ever learned.
Exactly. All right, gentlemen, I got to get out of here. I appreciate all y'all for coming through. We're going to be live tomorrow because we ain't done. I expect them to be live every day. When something breaks, you can expect to come here. I will be live. So let's get ready for it. We're going to go backstage and we're going to talk some rumors. Fins up all day, every day. I'll see all y'all on the next one.
Fins up.
Hey, fins up, man.
Jalen Ramsey.